Hey, I'm Jenee. I'm the reasonable and rational one.
I'm Kristin, the dramatic and chaotic one. You're welcome. Together, we somehow make this friendship work and overshare way too much. If it's awkward, embarrassing, or hilarious, we're going to talk about it.
With that said, welcome to Well, Want to Talk About It? Where we unpack life, love, and all the messy stuff in between. It's sort of like therapy, but much cheaper.
Or, like hanging out with your bestie. Hey guys, welcome back. We have Shannon Ashmore with us today. We've talked a lot about her and her photography business that she is up and running. And hey, I've seen some of those pictures recently that you took. So good.
Thanks. Shannon Ashmore Photography. The bad thing I think about being a photographer now is every event that comes up, she is forced to take pictures.
Facts.
Like, for example, we had Jana's baptism. We're sitting in church and anybody want a video and take pictures? We're here, Shannon. You got to take all the pictures.
How did I get stuck? I'm not a videographer. How did that happen?
She volunteered. Yeah. And then volunteered Shannon to take the pictures.
I didn't have my good camera.
Because Shannon's a photographer. So do you get that a lot?
Sometimes.
That people just assume, oh, Shannon here, take pictures?
Yeah.
I love it.
But I've always loved taking pictures. So.
Yeah, it works great for me.
Yeah, for sure.
I always
Less
say,
pressure on you.
Well, I think people should pick their friends accordingly. And don't be mad at me.
She just chose good friends.
We do not have a plan today. We are just going to
wing it.
We're going to wing it. We're going to chat. We're going to talk. And whatever comes up, it's how we're going to roll today. So
good luck.
Hope you guys enjoy. This is what it looks like when you don't plan shit. Anyway, thank you, Shannon.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Private school has become just like a public school, if not worse.
I
went to the parties when I was younger, and the private school parents didn't care that they would be out of town. Them kids had those houses all to themselves, throwing these parties. I mean, I was offered drugs.
Private schools do not have parties. These are good kids.
Wait till your kid gets in high school.
I've had one in high school.
She won't be allowed to go anywhere.
Never. Unless I go with her.
That's what I'm doing with William.
We're going to be live with the podcast at the party.
The private parties.
Okay, but listen, the reason I would want to go to a private school is because they have the better parties. They're themed and they're organized. We would appreciate the organization.
Yes.
And they have a bus that the parents pay for, that their kids are safe. They then go to this all-themed party, which I love to dress for theme. They get to have a good time and go home safe. So check mark more towards the private school because of the after parties to the dances. The
public schools don't put any thought.
No, they're not as fun and they're not as organized.
No, because sometimes they're like, okay, well, the party's at this house and then nope, got canceled. Now where do we go?
Yeah.
So my opinion on private school is not about parties. My kid's not old enough and my oldest went to a public school. But I think that if you go to a private school, as a general rule, the classrooms are smaller. And I think if you can hand your kid a situation that gives them a leg up or gives them a little bit of a nudge in the right direction.
So you're talking academic purposes.
For example, my kid, she's 9, okay? She wants to be a fashion designer today and an artist tomorrow. Who knows what she's going to do? But let's just say hypothetically she wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer or one of those professions that require letters of recommendation and things to get into, right? And so I've literally put her in a position that if she needs those things, we could ask around the school and be like, hey, she needs an internship. Any attorneys here? And everybody, oh, yeah, send your kid over.
So I can say for education.
No, I disagree.
So
you know
when
why?
My kids were going to the private school, the education, when we first started, it was better. But as the school got more popular
and grew,
and the sports started getting more popular and growing, they started recruiting the kids who were from the public schools. Then we were required to pay the public schools people's tuition now. So our tuition went up and they dumbed down the education because the public school people, the recruits, could not make the grades for the
that would be the
curriculum.
point in time where I would look for a new school.
There's so many choices now for private school. It's all different backgrounds. In other words, it's just choices parents are making, but they're choosing.
Have that where I'm at as well, though.
They do, but
they do.
Overall.
Right.
Well, I mean, listen.
I'm just saying overall, not all, but they're all known for something a little bit different. One she's talking about grew very big in the recruiting and in sports.
They
and
had
now
standards and values and
it's
morals,
very different.
and they all went out the window.
I don't want them to go to this public school because of the zone school that is. So we choosing
Which is the reason that I did it in the first place.
We're choosing to put our money into school tuition versus maybe having a BMW or a Mercedes.
Right,
It's choices that
Yeah.
parents are making now, depending on if their child is good in sports, if their child is maybe zoned for a bad school. There's all different reasons why.
Look, I'm just saying some parents send their child to a private school for their religious affiliation and background. And that, for me, was an added bonus.
Shannon, was that why you did it? What was your reason for doing it?
100%,
For the religious background?
Because they stood, like when I walked in the principal's office, he literally laid out and said, this is what we believe, yada, yada, yada. And if you do not like it, you're not welcome
and
here.
It aligned to what y'all
100%
viewed.
yes.
Okay.
My school's the same way.
The curriculum was the same as the previous private school that my daughter had come from, but I was going to pay at the new one the same for 2 kids than I was paying one at the other. So that's why we made the switch. But it was the same curriculum. And I thought that curriculum was great. It taught them how to write in cursive. They don't even know how to write in cursive anymore.
Yep, we write in cursive.
They
Mine
don't do that,
but strictly public school education.
But listen,
but it was 100% for religious purposes.
We started private school because we moved here. We were out of zone. We went to an incredible little school. And the next year, we were denied the out of zone.
Right. And just to make that clear, it's because the school that you were able to go to, they allowed it, even though it wasn't in zone. It was in a different parish, but it was like 4 minutes from her house. So they did award it.
Yes.
They allowed it. However, the next year when it came time to
the school that we were in
denied
zone,
it.
The school that we were in zone for denied the release. Well, unfortunately, the school that we were in zone for, their test scores at the time were not well. And my daughter struggled a bit with some things coming from another state. So I initially did it simply for the education, no other purpose.
Right.
But what I have learned being at a private school is that she's afforded opportunities that I don't know would have been afforded to her otherwise.
For example?
Like tutoring is all over the place at the school. I could have a tutor that my daughter sat with every afternoon. It is offered in every subject. Most of the teachers.
And that's free?
Yeah.
So is it
during the summer, it is not free.
During the school year, because I know in public school a lot of times you may have to pay extra for it.
Well, and there may be a small fee, but I don't know that.
School, it's free.
There may be a small fee for it, but I'm saying like her actual teacher last year tutored her through the summer with some things that I felt like I just wanted her to get a better grasp on.
Yeah,
that's always available. Always. When you drop your child off at a public school, they want you to like drop it into neutral and kick them out while you're rolling. Like, don't be trying to get out and walk it. I can walk to my daughter's classroom and speak to her teacher.
I don't want to do that
day.
So yeah, she knows I disagree with this. I laugh at her about that shit.
If I want to go talk to that teacher every single day,
no, not
absolutely
me.
Now,
teacher conference, I'll talk to you.
I have never done it.
Pick me. I'm
I
dying.
have never done it.
Pick me, please.
Okay, it's your turn.
Okay, great. This is one of the things about public school I like. We're in the line. We have all that time to chit chat. I love you. I love you so much. Do great. Be kind. Blah, blah, blah. Pay attention. Da, da, da. Be nice to your teachers. Get out.
Keep the line moving.
I don't do it in line. I park in the parking lot.
I don't get to school in dress. I'll drop you off in my pajamas.
My point is, your kids should be able to get out the car and walk into their school. You have the week before to go drop off their little things in their classroom and meet their teacher if you want. And then maybe the first day in kindergarten, go and walk them in, of course, and do a little teary-eye cry. But after that, absolutely not. Drop your kid off and teach your kid how to walk into that school with their head up and go to their classroom. That is how they learn direction. That is how they learn independence.
Everywhere.
That is how they learn. I don't understand the parent. I love you.
Is it my turn yet?
But to hold your kid's hand halfway through the school year, for what? What you need to keep going talk to the teacher for anyway?
Is it my turn?
Yes, I don't even know what she's going to say, and I'm already ready to answer back. So get ready.
Because she asked you the question.
With that body language.
Defend yourself on why you have to go inside the school and talk to the teacher.
Actually, I could do it every day if I wanted.
Oh, that's so sad. I just can't. No, ma'am.
I don't have that time.
I've never walked in and talked to her teacher. Before school in New Orleans, I never have. Not once.
Oh, but you get down with her.
Yes. And we walk in the front door and we walk in the little atrium thing.
But she's
she
pretty
turns,
old enough to do that?
She turns around. She gives me a hug and says, I love you, Mom. I say, I love you, Avery. Have a great day. And we part ways. Do I do that every morning? No, probably once a month I do it because she asked me, because she enjoys it. It's just a little extra bonding time for us. I don't go talk to her teacher every day. I don't
That
order.
35-minute car ride isn't enough.
I think if she can hug you and kiss you and everything goodbye
Not
and
the same.
standing up in the car.
Not the same.
I do what I do.
Well, at the 2 private schools we went to, basically, you didn't have that option. It was, you needed to keep the car line moving. So it was open your door. They're taking your kids out, and your kids better be on the right side of the car.
So in the car line, that's correct at my school as well. But you can park in the parking lot, and then you just walk them in. And listen, I would say, I bet half or more of the parents do walk their kids.
Well, I'm
yeah,
sure.
for the younger kids.
I mean, if I was paying that amount of money, I'd walk where the hell I want to.
I can't stand her sometimes. Let's pretend like she's not here. Let's just pretend like she's not here.
Well, you could pretend like that if you didn't make me go put a jacket on. I was invisible before then. Here I am.
Well, I do also think the teachers care more at the private schools
Because they know the parents are watching close.
They're in the parking lot.
And they can go talk to them every day.
You can walk in the class at any time. If I try to do that, I'd be trespassing.
Oh, yeah, they'll call security.
You got to ring a doorbell outside
Yes.
and wait to be
That's a
entered.
private school, too.
Let me tell you what's impressive at some of these schools, though. I don't know how they all are. I can only speak on this one. But when I walk in, SRO officers are standing there and they know who your child is. I walked in the other day, and before I can even tell the lady that Jana, thought, oh, my kid's special. But then another person walked in and he named that kid's name as well with that parent. And I'm
They
like,
pay attention.
And I'm like, wow, to have the SRO officers just around and I thought was really cool.
But do they pass out little treats when your kid leaves for the
Well, we don't pay nothing. So, no, they barely get a good lunch. So, I mean, when Jana comes home and she tells me, I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you. I would not have eaten that either.
Listen,
They actually stepped up the game for lunch at ARCA.
I went to public school. My husband went to public school. And had we not been in a school district that the ratings were what they were when we moved, and had she not been coming from another state that the curriculum was different, that she was kind of playing catch up, we would never have entertained a private school either.
Listen, I'm going to defend you.
Oh, thank God.
Finally.
I'm going to whip your ass with my mouth, and then I'm going to defend you. But first, I'm going to whip your ass.
Okay, so Lainey, Hunter, and Jana all went to this school in elementary school.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was very familiar with the school. And as most public schools, you'll hear a few years, it's great. They're doing great things. Teachers are good. Administration is good.
Mm-hmm.
Then sometimes administration switches and things kind of go downhill. And then you'll hear academic ratings aren't good. The teachers don't care as much. Administration sucks. So this is one of those cases. At the time that Avery was denied access back to the school they wanted her to stay in, then I agree with her. I agree with her not wanting Avery to go there at that time. I can't speak for it today. My kids so far past that. But I do know at the time they were making that decision. I can see where I would have made that same decision too if I could afford it, you know?
They opened that charter school not far from me out there now too.
Right.
And so we did entertain moving her from the private school that she's at now to the charter school, which is where her cousins go. And just to be 100% transparent, the reason that we did not move her and don't plan on moving her is because, number one, she's thriving where she's at.
Yeah,
she's had to move. She moved from her preschool, pre-K4 class to a different school for kindergarten. Then she was there a year and a half, moved to a different school.
So now she's finally getting
moved
stability.
To a different school. And so
if you don't have a reason and she's doing well, she's soaring, and it's working out fine, do you really uproot her again?
No. Right.
I don't see there's a reason to uproot her to that school either.
So do I think that in some circumstances...
I mean, you need to stay with those uppity up people because, that doctor life and shit. You're a doctor's wife, bitch. If you a doctor's wife, you got to roll in there. Walk your kid, holding their hand, walk them into the atrium.
Listen, do I think that in some cases your child will get a better education at a public school in some cases.
I agree.
I do. Do I think that there are sometimes opportunities that are offered at a private school that is not offered in the public school system? It's just a fact. I'm not making things up here.
No, true.
Do I think that there are some incredible public schools out there? Yes. Our first year here, my daughter was at an incredible public school. We would have stayed there forever.
Right.
It wasn't an option. I was 2 minutes from that school, 15 minutes from the school I'm in zone for that we didn't want to send her to because they were their scores were terrible. So it is what it is for us.
No, I understand.
Welcome, Seal. Glad you could make it.
With your shirt and
And
all. So back to the private schools. I liked how our private school did field trips up until 8th grade. So I got to know the kids. And
What field trips did private schools take versus public school? I'm talking about like yearly field
So we
trips.
did like
around town
a
ones, so to
pumpkin
speak.
patch one time. We did the zoo.
My daughter read a book in school last year. They read a book as a class, like for their reading class. And when they finished the book, they scheduled the field trip the same time as the ending of the book. And they did a private screening at the movie theater here in town
Oh, that's cute.
of the book. And then they went to Monka's Park and had a picnic.
So it sounds like the same things then.
We
It's
did
probably
Palmetto
not.
State Park one time and did the splash pad.
I mean, it
over
was
there.
Girard Park versus Monka's Park, but because you have to pay to get into Monka's Park. We had to settle for Girard Park with the Nutri-Rats, but it's fine. The kids didn't know any different.
Well,
The kids didn't care.
Palmetto State Park with the splash pad and the snakes.
So it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And they offered the Washington, D.C. trips and all that stuff, but that's your 7th and 8th grade years,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know? So, I mean, so field trip wise, it is pretty much similar. I think all of them at this point are diverse. Do you agree with your school? Is it diverse with people?
Yeah.
You know, so I don't think that is as much an issue, but you get treated a certain way in public school. You know, like the teachers are rougher.
Yeah, you're not tad.
You are not tad. There's not as many chances.
You know, only people from Louisiana are going to understand what that means.
tad.
Yeah.
It's not as soft.
You're not baby-fied.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to explain it for our listeners.
Yeah, you're not baby-fied. Honestly, I think where public school now isn't the same as probably when you and I were in school.
Right.
But I do think that there are still some teachers out there that do allow themselves to be more invested.
Definitely.
And I think it's a different way about it than in a private school. I think it's not as, I don't want to say a public school is not as structured, but I don't think it's as structured. And I think that it's not as soft. It's not as kind.
You just said that you believe the public schools prepare you more for the real world. My daughter graduated from the private school and got to UL and said she was not prepared at all. She literally had to teach herself so many things in order to even be successful in college.
Wow.
Because they did not teach her any of that. They did not
Hold
prepare
on,
her
Shannon.
for college.
Excuse me one moment. I'm just going to need my phone to look up my school so I can withdraw my daughter. Hold on. I'm just joking. But seriously, that's interesting.
It's because the sports aspect became more important than the education for the kids, especially for high school.
I was going to say,
High
I feel
school.
like the two schools that it feeds into, I would say that the sports at those high schools probably would be a bigger thing than it is at.
Yes, I know the two schools it feeds into, and sports are great at those, actually.
Yeah.
At both of those. I mean, one more than the other, but that's because there's a lot of donors.
Also, the more political school, too,
You know.
as far as like there's a lot of politics within
Right.
the
Yeah, I don't think I have a
congregation.
preference regarding one or the other of
Yeah.
those. I have more experience with one than the other just because I know more people who go there and more the parents that go there.
I feel
I mean,
like
I can't speak if
geographically,
they those kids were prepared for high school or not, you know, but those
Well, you know what I think,
schools
though,
have been
Shannon?
around a lot longer.
I think that is when it comes down to your home life and the parents. Public school helps throw your kids in the real world, but I think private schools, they're good. I do. I just think when it comes to some of the heavy stuff in life, I think that you're going to have to rely on the parents to share what the real world can throw at you.
I should probably stop walking her in, I guess.
I think you should have stopped that 2 years ago. Yeah. I gotta be honest. I think that you just want to hold on because you have an old one, that is 24. And I think that you're living a very different life. Like you kind of grew up with JW in a sense. And now you're, in a much settled lifestyle than you were back then.
I also went through 6 years of trying to have more children that did not come to fruition.
I get why you the way you are. I understand wanting to hold on to it. I do. I'm going to say that. That's all you're getting out of it. But I understand it. I'm being your friend right now.
Not the honest friend, though.
But if I am your sentimental friend living in my emotions in the moment, friend, I get why you're doing what you're doing.
Right.
And that's okay.
For me, the biggest thing about the high school is more about geographical location. I don't have a preference on one or the other.
Right. You have to drive her till almost her junior year.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, you have nothing else to do. I mean, you're a housewife. That is your job.
This episode is going nowhere. You go. Me and Shannon are going to wrap up. Shannon and I will do this.
Anyway.
A little off subject here. You know what I started doing?
You got me.
Skincare.
That's so important.
Like, I know. You're just starting skincare?
Yeah, why are you just starting that?
You're old to just be starting that now.
This bitch here.
Just to make it clear, we're almost the same age. So I can say that.
All the damage happened in your 20s.
I literally have done a bar of soap until...
Like regular soap?
So many people have said that.
Dove, sensitive skin.
So many people have
I mean, your skin's not bad.
I don't put face cream on every day. I don't do any of that.
No serum?
But I started now.
Moisturizer?
Nope. But now,
under the eyes? Oil?
But now I do. None of that. The answer to all of those questions y'all just threw at me before a week ago was no.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I started a week ago.
Facials.
I've had a facial once in my lifetime.
I go get facials every month.
I've only had it once in my lifetime.
And I get microneedling once a year, but I do it 3 times in a row.
You know what she doesn't do, though?
What?
Botox.
No, never.
She's never done Botox.
Really?
Really? But I
Are
started
you our
noticing
age?
some lines.
Yeah, me and her are the same age. Actually, she's older than me.
Yes, by 4 months.
Still older.
You're the youngest here. You're such a baby.
But I always
I'm the
had
baby.
oily skin, so I blame
Same.
everything on the oily skin.
I had oily skin
So it
too.
was
Look at
very
those lines.
difficult.
I prefer oily skin because I like the glow.
I don't like the glow.
I got me one of those little pads like y'all use.
Yeah.
I got the PMD
I don't know what that means.
thing that.
Shannon got the good shit. That's what
Okay.
she's saying.
Mine's Bioma.
Okay, so let's rewind. What has made you decide after all this time that I'm going to start doing a regimen?
Avery and I had a conversation about it walking into school.
She thought they hey, did they not think you were her mother? Oh, that's not true.
It was a joke.
Oh, okay.
It didn't land. That didn't land.
No, I'll edit it out. It's fine.
Avery had decided a while back that she really likes makeup, but she prefers to do it more like you'll look at a picture like Stephen King's It or a picture of someone on the internet that's like on their face to look like a Disney. She likes to do like the fun stuff like that, not the actual makeup. And so
I'm so confused.
okay, so
Trying to figure out how it has something to do with skin.
Well, how
That's
did it?
not good for your face.
I'm trying to tell y'all. She likes to do makeup like characters, not daily makeup.
Not fashion makeup.
Right. So she started wanting to do a little bit of that. And then I said, you're not old enough to do makeup. So then she said, well, what about skincare? I said, well, you're old enough to do skincare. So I ordered her some skincare. And so then I'm like, well, she's doing skincare. I should do skincare. So now we both do skincare.
Well, thank God she made that adult decision. So that way you
I mean,
can start
she's going to
taking
be
care.
really prepared now at 9.
She's going to look younger than you.
Yeah, her ass using Bioma from Ulta too.
Not Elf.
$120 worth of shit I got for her 9-year-old skin. Skincare now. That's the whole point of this whole story.
You do if Avery stops doing it, which Avery will stop doing.
Do you? I even got a red corrector from our rosacea. Secret agent by Bubble. Do you see?
It's beautiful.
I'm glowing.
Yeah, I think you look great. So you will continue doing skincare because it's important for you.
I feel like after this conversation, I won't have a choice.
Well, just so you know, it is very important.
It is.
Especially at our age.
Wow.
So
this
my
went
father-in-law is...
This went sideways. So fucking sideways.
Real story.
Go ahead, Shannon. Tell us.
My father-in-law has has to keep going back, and they're finding cancerous moles all over his face and hands and having to remove those because he never took care of himself in his younger years.
Yeah, it's very important.
And he's 76.
So not far off from our age. Just kidding.
She's trying to age us all.
Although, honestly, the damage is done. She said happened in my 20s. I'm too late. Quick pause. If you're listening, laughing, or arguing with us, you're part of why I want to talk about it.
If you're enjoying the show, support us at buymeacoffee.com. It keeps the lights on and the mics hot.
You're basically sponsoring the chaos and the hard truths.
So subscribe on YouTube. Follow us everywhere. Links are in the show notes.
All right, back to the episode.
It's just one of those questions. Do you think going to a private school, do some people go for status? And listen, some people care about different things in
You
life.
don't seem the type that would care about status. You're just there for your daughter's thriving and everything's going well.
Yeah, because she
there
doesn't.
are people who
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
SEM status.
One of the most expensive ones is Ascension.
It is. I don't even understand how it's so expensive, but
It's more expensive than my school.
Ascension?
Let me see.
Wow.
I'm gonna
So
just
I
start.
think the people
I'm gonna
that-
register my kid at
some
that
people
one
that-
for the
some
state.
people-
Hold on. I'm just gonna re-register.
I think a
Private
kid's
school.
going to do well no matter where they're at. I think every kid is different.
Something you said in the beginning was about like preparing your kid for life and stuff. And this is the reason that we're never ever going to do a parenting episode because we parent so drastically
We thought
differently.
about it, but concerning for.
you might have to step in a few times.
Yeah. One of the things you said early on in this recording was that public school kind of prepares your kid better for the outside world, right? And I get it. I understand that. But that's one of the factors why I send mine to a private school. Because while I understand where you're coming from, I don't see any reason to prepare her for the cruel world any sooner than I have to. And I think in a public school, sometimes you're exposed to things that kids are exposed to at home that maybe is not healthy. Where I feel like in a private school, she is shielded from some of that. And I'm not justifying or saying
Right.
it's right for everyone, but I do. I
think,
feel
yeah.
like she's shielded from a lot of things at this
Yeah.
age that she otherwise may not be.
I don't think I've ever shielded my kids, period. So
Me
therefore,
neither.
For
Me
me, hold on,
neither.
for me,
I don't
wait.
think shielded like
I know what you mean.
Okay.
I have always been that parent that never shielded anything. Not to say there's some things I probably should have. And if I went back, maybe I would. Maybe I wouldn't. But I've never been that parent. So I think that's why for me, I don't do it. I don't see that I would do it. But I can see why a parent would want to do it. And it's okay if you do.
And look, I'm not
That
talking
is the different styles of parenting, and I think it's okay. And I think a lot of people would agree more with you that, you know what, the kid doesn't need to go through certain things or see or hear or witness or be exposed.
Right.
I'm talking about in situations where this kid may go home and is seeing and experiencing things at home that are very inappropriate to come back and reiterate to their classmates.
And you think that wouldn't happen in a private school?
I'm saying that I think that it is less prevalent in a private school.
No, learn that.
Really?
My
I
kids
think
knew
that's
stuff.
I don't want to say naive because that's a rude word to use. So is there another word?
You can say naive. That's okay.
I don't think that's realistic.
I just feel like the
Unrealistic
parents
would have been the
are-
better word.
So when I compare my situation from public school and private school with Avery, it seems to me that the majority of the parents are much more involved in the private school versus in the public school. The kids are much more monitored in the private school than in the public. In my experience, in the two schools, public and private, that I went to in the same town with her. And I'm not saying that every family is like that by any means. Listen, I know your kids. I know you don't shield them from things, but I also know that they're not going to school saying and doing inappropriate stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know.
I mean, it's happened.
I know it depends on the family. Seems to be a lot more parental involvement in the private school sector. That's all I'm saying.
Do you think that public school parents both work
I don't know what
in
the
a private
reason
school?
is. I have no idea. For me, that's the case.
Well, from my experience, I guess, at a private school, we were the less costly of the private schools at the time. So we would get the students who more middle class. You wanted your kid in a private school, but couldn't afford the bigger private schools or more expensive ones.
Yeah.
So the middle class people, your home life might not have been as stable. So my kids learned a lot of things very early on and came home. And then once the school started recruiting the really good sports people from public schools, that was so influential for the school that it really brought the school down.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you that whenever she was in public school, and this is here and in South Carolina, we would go to school functions and there was one parent or the other. Normally it was mom. When we have field trips, when we have activities at her school now, I'm not kidding you, half or more of the parents that are there for the kids, both parents attend.
Oh, wow.
Everything changes. I think in today's generation, though, the kids, I don't care what your financial side is, you could be broke as a joke and somehow the kid has an iPad and a phone.
Right.
Things are going to slip through the cracks just because how much they have access to on their own.
Oh, yeah. And then they're not really monitored.
You know what else I found? When we were in the other school here, all of her classmates, even in first grade, they all had iPads. All of them did. Now, this private school that I'm at, they don't. These kids don't have a lot of them in her class don't.
Parents really parent.
I'm just saying,
You know?
it's just a different atmosphere.
Yeah.
Right.
I have been to that school, and I will say it is very different than other private schools that I have attended things for.
Do you think they're more strict? What is different?
The class of people.
Oh, are you saying I don't fit in?
You don't.
Thanks, Jenee.
And I mean, I'm not saying that in a bad way,
Right.
though.
Yeah.
You know that I'm not. I've gone and pick up Avery, and I've stood there, and I'm a very confident woman, and I have stood there almost questioning, golly, I felt beneath or below. I didn't like the way I felt.
Right.
And I don't feel that very often.
Right.
That was nobody saying anything to me. That was just standing there watching people talk and just their whole demeanor and everything. I felt like I was standing in a different world that I didn't belong.
Wow.
And I'm a very confident
Yeah.
person. So I have been to other private schools, and I do not feel like that.
Yeah.
I do not. Other private schools, I feel completely fine. And
I feel like as long as Avery is thriving, I can stand in any room.
yeah.
You know what I mean? As long as she's doing well and it works for her, I can stand.
Yeah,
in
I
any
think
room.
any parents like that, you know, we ultimately do what fits them or what they
Mhm.
want.
Right.
I was here
and-
one day when you were talking to Jana about it. She didn't want to go to private school.
No. We have the school of choices. We have the zone school. I mean, there's so many options now. I think it comes down to whatever better suits your kid, your family, your values, whatever works for them. And you know what? Hey, if your kid is really, really good in that sport and that school is calling wanting to recruit your kid and it helps them to where they want to
Go for it.
I'm there for it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I think everybody has their opinion. Everybody's
I didn't
a
like
right
that I had
to
to
it.
pay the recruits tuition though.
no, I wouldn't like that
I
either.
didn't
But
like that.
but if my kid was being recruited, I would be fine.
me too.
Wow, I mean, thank you.
Yes.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it. So, okay. On Housewives, we had kind of briefly had brought up something, and it wasn't something we really elaborated on, but I would like to elaborate on it with Shannon because she'll probably have an opinion about it. So, as a mom, what is your take on stay-at-home moms taking breaks? Do you think they're warranted?
Absolutely. They're good for you. They're warranted. They're necessary. I put both of my kids in Mother's Day out so I could have peace for a couple of days. I mean, the way Buck was working, I mean, sometimes it was 1 month on and 1 month off. I mean, I don't want to deal with them all day if I don't have to. Just don't. Let them go interact with other people and let me get my house cleaning done, all that stuff, my errands run. That way, I'm not in the store with them. Mom, can I get this? Can I get that? Can I buy this? Can I buy that? And now that they're older, well, one's out the house, but I even need more of a break because he'll drive me crazy sometimes.
So, you know, when you break down that whole conversation, it's actually quite smart because, first of all, you are sending them out, I guess, a reset is what you can call it.
It's so good for the kids, too. Though.
Yeah.
But this is the
Yes.
thing, is to give them social, how to share, how to get along with others. You know,
And
this
my
isn't
son
somebody
really
that lives in
needed
your house.
that. My
Right.
son really needed that.
So it's actually, it's good for them
I
to
wasn't
learn.
the best disciplinarian, so
So let that lady discipline. So you were a traditional housewife. Is
Yeah.
that, because we debated on what traditional
except
meant.
cooking.
Okay, so you cleaned, but you did not have the whole stovetop going when they got home.
No, we might have had hamburger helper or something. You know, I had to follow a recipe. No, Buck loves to cook, so
It worked out.
yeah.
You know what else is smart? In the afternoons when your kids get home from school or daycare
I do
or
not want to go
whatever.
grocery shopping with
You
them.
know why? But she's right. What do you hear? Mom, I'm hungry. Can I have this? Can I have that? It's a
and
lot
they
more
line
costly.
the stores with stuff that caters to the darn kids.
Yeah.
That's strategic,
Well,
how they do it.
Well, it's marketing.
Right.
Smart. Yeah. If we owned a store, that's what we would do too.
Yeah.
So I save
You
a lot
know?
of money by, even
she's
though I'm
right.
spending money at Mother's Day out, but I'm saving a lot of
So
money.
you do get peace, but it actually is financially better because you're able to go to the store and just buy what you need, what's on the list, and you don't. Because what would you do if Avery did that?
This is not about me. We already talked about me. Moving on.
You could understand how that would happen. It'd be smarter for you to go
Moving
grocery
on.
shopping while Avery was at gymnastics, right? You would be able to vouch for that.
Should have asked me to vouch for it instead of being like, you would buy her everything she wanted.
Some people take things so personal. Same, giving an example, like it was
it was
very
a good
true,
example.
though.
It was
If
a
you
great
go
example.
with the kid after something, they're hungry.
Yeah.
We all
If that was
would.
the example
'cause
that
you
you
get
gave, I would have
tired.
agreed with you, but
We
that's
all
not
would.
what you said.
It's the same thing. I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
We can rewind it back.
Take the advice from Shannon.
I think it came off the wrong way, maybe.
Oh, please. She says that shit all the time.
She's trying to help you with
No, she's not,
separating
Shannon.
from your kid a little bit and getting more free time for yourself.
You know, Shannon and I took a trip one time, and it was called Runaway Trip. I forget what year it was. And we just went to the beach for a couple of days. The kids were told, don't call, don't ask questions, don't bother us. We went for the whole weekend and weren't responsible for anything back home. And it was a great reset.
Yeah.
If anybody could pull that off, it's okay. And we had briefly talked about even if it was like a date night or overnight or something. But we did it one time, and I really, really believe in resets. And it doesn't mean you don't have guilt, but
I never had guilt. Never. Never.
I will say Shannon has always been honest. Now that I'm thinking about this, I wish that we can redo the Housewives and Working Mom episode and have Shannon on the whole time, because it's a struggle to be honest. She was practically throwing up, worried about that. Everybody having an opinion, and it's okay to debate it. And it doesn't mean anybody's right or wrong in that scenario, but you are very honest about how you feel about all of it. The first time I remember asking something when I really realized where she's coming from as a mom. We were talking about how sad when your kids go off to school for the first time and everyone's doing the cute pictures the first day of school. And Shannon was like, I was happy. Well, I don't understand those parents who are crying when their kids go to
No.
school. She said, I couldn't wait. She said, but I have to put the picture and then stand there and let them smile.
Never cried. Never cried. I love my kids, but
Right.
I was not that emotional parent, but
Yeah.
I never saw that either.
Like your upbringing, you didn't see
Yes.
that.
I mean, I literally walked and rode my bike to school because I was lucky if one of my parents even got up.
So they didn't walk into the atrium with you.
No. I literally would have to go get lunch money out of my dad's pants pockets while he was still sleeping in his room.
Right.
Yeah.
You've been a great mom. I would love to redo that episode with Shannon because there's a lot of things that moms think and feel, but don't say because they're worried about being judged or being talked about or because we're not supposed to say those things.
Yeah.
So,
And I find that for my older kids, which you might be able to relate, I've seen William become more responsible. Like Sky was already just a very responsible person, but now when I leave William, I put him in charge of all the stuff at the house, and it's helped him to become more responsible.
it's really how you see where your kid's at in life. Put them
Yeah.
in a situation and test them.
Yeah.
Shannon, did you have fun today?
I did.
And I
Thank
had
y'all
fun.
for having me.
Yeah. So just so y'all know, this was a very spontaneous thing. We don't know if she agreed.
I'm not sure she actually
I don't think she actually
I
agreed.
think we just told her what time to show up.
And she actually showed up.
Yeah.
And we looked at each other like, Shannon's going to do this. We're going to figure it out. We didn't even know what we were going to talk about. We didn't even have a plan. So, Shannon, we're very happy you came. I'm sure we're going to do it again.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we will see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.
And that's a wrap on today's episode. Thanks for hanging out with us. And don't forget, we want you in on the conversation too.
Hit subscribe and never miss an episode. Follow us on social media where we've got more to share. Find links in the show notes. If you have questions or topics you want to hear us talk about on the podcast, email those to wellwannatalkpod@gmail.com.
Until next time, thanks for listening. Let's keep pretending we've got life figured out.